Last time on Steven Universe Momswap. Great Universe was kidnapped by the ever-sad Blue Diamond. Our heroes must now venture forth into space to go rescue Greg. Eventually, they come across a zoo intended for humans. Will the heroes make it out with Greg? Find out now. What? So the plan is that Lapis and Perry will pretend that, oh, we're here to work on the zoo, and Perry was working on the cluster, and she's got a new human to drop off. Art from Art with Coda.
Now, let me get a good look at you. Good God, they're making them big nowadays. Don't they notice gas crunch on? Look at the size of you.
So Jasper gets separated from the rest of the group. Oh, and Peridot would have a new pair of limb enhancers, which, if you're keeping track, would be her third pair. Because, there's an original pair, Dottie, the one she stole from Dottie, and the new zoo one. I would say they would just have a pair just laying around, because it's Era 2, and Era 2 gems rely on them, so probably have just a couple limb enhancers laying around. They're just tools, so I would imagine they have a couple on hand. Peridot is really excited to have limb enhancers back. So one, she can be taller than Lapis, and they're so useful. I mean, look at them. Because this is the first time Perry's used limb enhancers in a while. Steven gets sent into the zoo, finds Greg really quickly and reunites with him. The zoomen are looking really in good shape and really diverse for people who have been completely isolated for 5,000 years. Incest. Lapis and Perry are meant to be doing maintenance. That's what they claim to Holly, but they don't really know what to do. They're kind of just fucking around. Later that night, Lapis and Perry try to open the door for Steven and Greg, but then the zoomen find them. They talk about how the door only opened like once, long ago. But then the choosing. All the zoomen want to bang Greg, and Greg wants none of this. And the zoomen start having a mental breakdown. A bunch of Amethyst and Jaspers flood in to calm them down. Peridot starts fighting the Amethyst and Jaspers to protect Steven and Greg. Lapis is like, oh my god, the plan just shit the bed. And until she finally gets a hold of herself, summons a giant water fist, and is immediately restrained by a Jasper. Perry's eventually overwhelmed by the Amethyst. Oh no, everyone got caught. Everyone is taken to the housing unit. It turns out that Jasper befriended the Amethyst and Jaspers there. The Jaspmoli. Especially other betas like Carnelian and Skinny. Get in your places, Blue's showing up. Stop distracting the Lapis and Peridot. Greg and Steven find all the bubbled rose quartz. Shit, Blue Diamond's here, and Yellow. Yellow tries to convince Blue to just move on. Sings, what's the use of feeling blue? Which only makes her upset. Holly, Perry, and Lapis enter the room. Perry lies enough for Blue and Yellow to believe that a Sapphire sent her to check in on the cluster without their permission, because they were going to do it in the future. And the cluster is going to emerge soon. Then there's still time. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Oh hell, she saw us. Perry tries shooting Holly, but Holly got the quickest whip in the West and cuts off the limb enhancer. Holly has this big spiel about how Perry is worthless without her limb enhancers, and how all of them are dirty traitors who are going to get shattered. Perry says she's great even without her limb enhancers, and uses her magnet powers to shoot the limb enhancers at Holly. Jasper uses the spin attack to tie up Holly with her own whip. Perry and Steven taunt Holly to not talk about this. Jasper says her farewells to the Jaspmoli. And we escape to see another day, with minor Ruby turbulence. Then they get home safely. And Connie explains to Steven what they were up to when Steven and them were in space. New crystal gems! Topaz was getting shown the bathroom where Dottie stayed, and then Connie showed up to the house. And the episode kind of plays out the same, but with Dottie and Topaz in the roles of Perry and Lapis. And I don't know, Connie makes a joke about, hey, Dottie, you look a lot like Perry. You think you can fix that? And then Topaz just like picks her up and like squeezes her and makes her poof, forcing her to change her look. And then I don't know, a joke about how Topaz collects guys. The guys' toys from season 1. And there'll be like a scene where Connie's like, alright, Dottie, you be Perry, and Topaz, you can be Jasper. And Dottie's like, I wanted to be Jasper. And then Pumpkin's got like a mop wig on its head, pretending to be Lapis. And then they go work on the car wash because Greg's not there. And apparently he's the only employee. And Dottie lifts the cars into the beach and like dumps them into the beach, and Topaz defuses and then dries the thing off. Then back to in the year 2000 for free gems and a baby, but with the respective Momswap gems.